All right, ladies and gentlemen, we had a big winner in the room today. If I show you guys, you'll be surprised. It was a 870% at the peak. It was I mean, this was crazy. This was a massive winner in the room. Initially, I alerted this around 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. I had 50 contracts. I kind of wish I held all of my 50 contracts. I would have been mega rich, but you know, I decided to take profits along the way. Sold some at 50%, then sold some more at 60%. And then, yeah, as it was dropping, I sold some more. And I only had about a few runners. And then, last but not least, I had one contract left, which ended up going 870%. So, what I'm going to do in this video is basically go over exactly how I caught it, because it wasn't anything complicated. It was a pretty simple, straightforward strategy. And my indicator helped me out a lot with this one. So let's dive in, because yeah, it was pretty good. So what I did is, in the morning, I didn't trade anything. I was extremely busy, had a family emergency. So what ended up happening is the market kind of grinded up. Now, keep in mind, the market went up a lot the day before, and then we are gapping up today, and then we're running higher. Now, if you go to the 4-hour chart, you'll notice that around this 52, 53 area on IWM, there is a lot of resistance. So personally, what I noticed was that, yeah, we got back up to this 52, 50, 53 area. Most likely we're going to reject here. So this already is a big resistance. Now keep in mind, this is not just any normal resistance. This is a massive resistance. We've been rejecting here for a while. We have been rejecting here on March 18th. We've rejected here on March 23rd, a bunch of times on March 25th, a bunch of times on March 26th. I mean, this is a big level here. This is a big resistance. So what I was expecting was, okay, well, if we are going up to this big resistance and we're kind of around here where we're finding some resistance, it's choppy, it's not, the price action isn't strong, can I go for a short? Now I needed confirmation, right? And for me, confirmation is my indicators pointing that way forward. So I waited for a potential sell signal. Now I went to the 5-minute chart, and initially what I saw was that on the 5-minute chart we had a nice little sell signal right at the top. I mean, that's fantastic. That's exactly where the highest point of IWM was today, on the 5-minute. And we got a sell signal right there. And that's great. That's perfect, right? Doji reversal candle on the 5-minute with a sell signal candle. But that's not enough, because even though we have a sell signal here, the volume on the bottom on my net volume indicator did not quite turn red yet. It's decreasing, which is good, but not quite red yet. On top of that, we did not break the 13 EMA, which is the green line that you see. Okay. On top of that, we came down to this support here around 251.50, which have not broken yet, right? So there's quite a few steps that needs to follow through for me to go puts up here, for me to top the market off, and for my reversal indicator to be a good signal to go in. Now, I don't just look at the 5-minute, right? I look at the 5-minute, then I go to the 10-minute. And on the 10-minute, I get a sell signal here on the following candle, but the volume on the bottom have not quite shown weakness. So I can't really trust this sell signal yet. But what I can trust is the fact that this is where we're starting to see weakness. This is where we're starting to see topping. So what do? I go to the 15-minute. And on the 15-minute is when things get interesting, because on the 15-minute chart, we get a sell signal around 1:30. Around 1:30, close to 2 p.m. ish, we get a sell signal. Now, I'm already in on this before this breaks below my 13 EMA. I see the sell signal right around here, and I'm going back to the 10-minute, and I see that on the 10-minute we're starting to break the 13 EMA, and then I'm seeing that on the 10-minute, we're starting to see the weakness in the volume start coming in. So I would go to the 5-minute, and on the 5-minute, where I started taking position, was right here when my volume indicator on the 5-minute actually went red. So a couple of things lined up here. 5-minute, the volume was weakening. 10-minute, the volume was decreasing to from green to red. And on the 15-minute, the sell signal came in right as we are about to break the 13 EMA. And then there was one more thing that I did. And on the 15-minute, this is what gave me conviction to go in, was that I drew a trend line. I just simply drew a trend line. And the sell signal came in right as we broke the trend line. So that was it. That was like, okay, I'm in. Let's go. Let's get this trade in. So I took a position for a put option. We started going down. Volume on the put side started increasing. Sellers started stepping in. And then we broke the 13 EMA on the following 15-minute candle, which was around 2 p.m. And then I hop on back over to the 5-minute, and I'm seeing it fall below the 13 EMA. So now on the 5-minute, the price is weak. On top of that, there was no buy signal. That sell signal at the top right here is still valid. The volume turned red. And then there was one last step, which was to break this support. And it did. And then absolute crash afterward. Now, I could have waited. Basically, I took my 60% when we came down to this support around 251.30. And I was like, you know what? Let me just take my profit while I still can, because there's a big level of support. Let me take majority of my gains and then hold runners to see if we can catch a big drop. And well, yeah, we caught a big drop afterward, which ended up being a 800% winner, which is, I was hoping it would go to 1000% so I can get a cool screenshot, but 800% is still massive. Obviously, I didn't hold my all 50 contracts, but it still paid me a lot. I still made close to $1,000 on this trade, which boosted the small account up a lot. And this trade ended up being a monster trade. And all of it was just basically combining a bunch of bearish signs all together to top off the market. Now, if you don't know what my indicator is basically times reversals. What my indicator does, it either gives me a sell signal at the peak for a potential short, or it gives me a buy signal like you see in the morning. We had a buy signal with good volume for a long. It gives me chances to get in on a reversal. It's just about which one you might think has the most potential. Some go very, very explosive, some don't. And you want to use my indicator during market hours when the volatility is highest. Not pre-market, not after-market, as that will not help. And you also want to use it on stocks that are very volatile. It will work the best on those stocks. The more volatility there are, the easier time you'll have timing the reversals and getting a good move. IWM was very volatile on this move. It went from 252 all the way down to 49. That was a 3-point drop. Even just catching 1 point is 100% profit on this one. And the premiums were very cheap at that time. So this was a very, very nice trade overall. Beautiful setup. Easy to time, and yeah, we caught this perfectly. And yeah, if you want to get this indicator, you can check out my Discord, link in the descriptions below. You can sign up for the monthly. There's a 7-day free trial. Check me out. You will probably enjoy the room a lot, because we're on a crazy win streak right now. The small account that I started, the small account challenge started at 1,000 on January 5th. We're currently sitting around 1,100 2 months in. So it's been going absolutely fantastic. We have a bunch of rules that we follow when it comes to growing a small account, as you can see. And these rules are very, very important. We stick by these rules, and that is how you can see the consistent profit that comes out of these trades. We don't do crazy amount of trades. We take some good trades and we take our profits. If a trade doesn't go our way, we decide to stop out for a small loss, because that's just part of the way we trade, right? Yesterday was a similar case, right? I played IWM puts. I made a good amount of profit on the IWM puts, and I had a call option on Meta, which ended up being a big winner later on because market went up a lot due to news. But when it wasn't working, I stopped off for only 20% loss and made it all back on IWM for a very, very good good win. And that's just how it is. We maintain proper risk management so that we can make some good profit. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the room. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and yeah, peace.